Good evening, all. First mosque. First mosque. I had to go to the hospital and get a checkup for something, so I'm now walking a much more COVID-like Madrid. Some neighbors, clapping hour. Slowly it's picking up, but I'm still able to do this whole walking in the middle of the street and no cars, which I find quite the COVID definition of the experience, right? And now the claps are getting louder and louder and around us. So I'm gonna get into this street over here, which I think is quite charming, and just tell you about my visit to the hospital. Because it's the first time I go to a doctor since this happens. But let's just share with these neighbors from, this is the Barrio Chamberí, one of Madrid's finest, old money and all that. As you can see by these beautiful buildings. So effectively there are claps everywhere, even in the poshest neighborhoods. It's in these neighborhoods that at 9 o'clock they also come out and clang pots and pans to get the left-wing government out because they think they did a terrible job. But I ask you, who did the fantastic job and who didn't do a fantastic job? I think Spain did a pretty decent job. And so my experience at the hospital. First of all, I left the house at 6. First time I leave the house and get on a public transport, which is a bicycle, public bikes. I have to use gloves, have to use a mask. Maybe not so much on the bike, but in the hospital I had to put on a mask, which is why I still have it on. Sat down and they did the triage, and so I asked her, it's like, how did you live the whole COVID experience? She's like, well, there were days when this shit was crazy. I mean, it went crazy, and every single bed was full here in the hallways. And then, of course, all of us had to go through it at one point. Or not. We just don't know what it depends on. She was so nonchalant, so relaxed about it, and clearly much more relaxed than my friends, my nurse and doctor friends and neighbors. At the height of it, you could see that there is a sense of calm. And the waiting room was empty, so empty that I went straight through. And it just seemed a sense of it's not what I imagined. I imagined another experience, another anxiety. But I'm glad that seems that we're going to normalcy. We just got announced that Madrid remains in phase 0, while the rest of the country, except for Barcelona and some cities in Castilla, go to phase 2 or even 3. So we shall see when it's our turn to finally go to the next level. But until then, love and rage in times of Corona. Without summer, first one.